Gentlemen, let me ask you something honest. How much plain water did you drink today? A couple glasses? Maybe you've been told to keep sipping all day for your health, right? Well, what if I told you that after 60, drinking plain water might actually be quietly draining your testosterone? I know, it sounds strange, almost backwards. But stay with me, because once you understand what's really happening inside your body, you'll never drink water the same way again. And more importantly, you'll discover the one simple mineral you can add to it. One that can wake up your energy, your performance, and yes, your confidence, sometimes within days. Now, I want you to have real value right from the start. Not 10 minutes from now. So here's the immediate takeaway. The mineral I'm talking about is zinc. Zinc isn't just a nutrient, it's the ignition key that tells your body, it's time to produce testosterone. And without enough of it, your body simply can't respond the way it used to. Men over 60 often lose up to 40% of their natural zinc reserves. And when that happens, you start noticing little things. Your morning energy fades, your drive softens, your muscles weaken, and what used to be spontaneous now needs effort. But here's the good news. Adding just 15 to 25 milligrams of zinc a day, especially through the right type and timing, can start reversing those effects surprisingly fast. I've seen men in their late 70s tell me, "Doc, I feel like my body's waking up again." That's what happens when you give your body what it's been quietly begging for. Now, you might be wondering, why does this happen after 60? That's a good question. As you age, your stomach acid weakens, your absorption slows, and your kidneys excrete more minerals, even when your diet hasn't changed. So you could be eating perfectly, drinking plenty of water, and still end up zinc deficient without realizing it. And that's where this next part gets fascinating, and a little shocking. You see, plain water, especially when filtered or distilled, actually washes out trace minerals from your system, zinc included. That's because water follows a simple rule. It seeks balance. If it doesn't contain minerals, it'll pull them from wherever it can, including your bloodstream and tissues. So while you think you're hydrating, you may be diluting the very minerals that fuel your hormones and vitality. I've seen this happen countless times. Men who drink plenty of water but still feel drained, weak, and foggy. Once we correct their zinc levels, everything starts shifting. That spark comes back. And if you're watching this, chances are, your body's been running on empty too. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because no one ever told you this part of the story. Now, before we dive deeper, let me quickly explain who I am and why I'm sharing this with you. My name is Dr. Mei Anderson. I've spent over 25 years helping men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s rebuild their health and vitality naturally. I may not be a man myself, but I've sat across from thousands of men who've told me the same story. I'm tired. I'm losing drive. My wife notices. And my doctor says it's just aging. That's the part that breaks my heart, because it's not just aging. It's often something fixable. And that's why I make these videos, to help you understand what's really going on before it's too late. Here's the truth most men don't realize until it's too late. These small deficiencies build up quietly. One day, your drive's gone, your strength fades, and doctors tell you it's normal for your age. But it's not. And that's exactly why I make these videos, because no man should lose his vitality just because no one told him the truth soon enough. So if you're serious about staying ahead of what really affects your hormones, make sure you subscribe right now before you forget. That one step could mean you never miss the information that keeps you strong, sharp, and confident at any age. Now let's talk about why zinc matters so much, and what happens when you don't get enough. Zinc deficiency doesn't just lower testosterone. It affects every system that depends on testosterone, your muscles, your mood, even your memory. It's the reason many men start feeling weaker, slower, or less like themselves as the years go by. The truth is, zinc isn't optional. It's the signal your brain uses to tell your testes, make testosterone now. Without it, that signal gets weaker and weaker, until your body almost forgets how to respond. That's when you start noticing softer erections, low motivation, slower recovery after exercise, and even changes in body shape, more belly fat, less muscle tone. But what's more alarming? Low zinc doesn't just affect testosterone. It also weakens your immune system, your prostate, and your sleep. That's why this mineral isn't just about performance, it's about survival. Ignore it, and you're not just risking intimacy, you're risking your long-term health. Let me tell you about a man named Gary, one of my patients. He was 68, retired, active, but constantly tired. He drank plenty of water, ate clean, even took vitamins, yet his energy was shot, and intimacy had become a distant memory. When we checked his labs, his zinc levels were barely half of what they should be. I asked him to make one small change. Stop drinking plain water all day, and start adding a pinch of sea salt or a zinc tablet to 1 glass in the evening. Within 3 weeks he came back and said, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like something switched on." By week 6, his drive returned, his sleep improved, and his morning energy, well, let's just say his wife thanked me more than he did. Now you might ask, is it really that simple? In many cases, yes, because zinc is the missing key. It's like trying to start a car without fuel. You can turn the key all you want, but without zinc, your testosterone engine won't fire. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Zinc and testosterone work in a feedback loop. When zinc goes up, testosterone rises. When testosterone rises, zinc retention improves. The two literally fuel each other. That's why once men begin supplementing properly, they often see steady improvements week after week, not just a temporary boost. Let me share another quick story. James, 72, came to me frustrated after trying several male vitality supplements. He said, they work for a few days, then nothing. We ran tests. His zinc levels were critically low. I had him take 20 milligrams of zinc gluconate after dinner each night, with a meal that contained some healthy fat, like salmon or avocado. Within a month he called me and said, "Doc, I woke up with energy I haven't felt in 10 years. His wife noticed too. And what I love most, he told me, I finally feel like myself again. That's the power of replenishing the foundation, not just chasing symptoms. Now let's make sense of the science, without making it sound like a lecture. Your brain has a control center called the pituitary gland. It sends out a message, a hormone called luteinizing hormone, or LH, that tells your testes, it's time to produce testosterone. Zinc is what allows that message to be heard loud and clear. Without zinc, the signal gets faint, like a weak radio frequency. Your body can't respond properly. Think of zinc as the antenna that strengthens the signal. The clearer that message, the stronger your testosterone response. And here's another hidden benefit. Zinc helps your body use vitamin D more effectively. Together, these two can dramatically improve testosterone output, even in men who've been low for years. But timing matters. Zinc taken at night works better for testosterone support than in the morning. Why? Because your testosterone naturally peaks between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. when you're sleeping. Taking zinc in the evening ensures it's available right when your body is doing its hormone repair work. That's why I tell my patients, don't just take supplements, time them right. The clock is just as important as the capsule. Now you might be thinking, can't I just get zinc from food? Yes, you can, but here's the problem. Modern food doesn't contain as much zinc as it used to. The soil is depleted, and as you age, your absorption decreases. Even if you eat zinc-rich foods like beef, shellfish, or pumpkin seeds, your body might only absorb half of it, sometimes less. That's why supplementation becomes essential past 60. Here's what I recommend for most men. Start with 15 to 25 milligrams of zinc gluconate or citrate per day, taken with your evening meal. Avoid taking it on an empty stomach. It can cause nausea. And don't take it with dairy, caffeine, or alcohol, since they block absorption. Within 3 to 6 weeks, you should start noticing real changes. Not just in performance, but in energy, mood, and focus too. And here's something many men don't realize. Zinc doesn't just boost testosterone. It protects your prostate. Men who are zinc deficient often have enlarged prostates, leading to frequent urination or poor flow. Restoring zinc can help calm that down naturally. That means this isn't just about intimacy. It's about protecting your health where it matters most. By the way, this is why I say zinc isn't a bedroom supplement. It's a manhood mineral. It affects how you feel, how you move, and how you show up in life. And when you fix the deficiency, you don't just feel younger. You feel like yourself again. Now, stories like Gary's and James's are powerful, but they're not rare. I see them every month. And that's why I want to say this from the heart. If you know someone who's been struggling quietly, feeling embarrassed or frustrated, do something simple but meaningful. Share this video. Because for every man who finds his way back, there are hundreds who still think their best days are behind them. If this message can help even one more man feel like himself again, your simple like or share could be the reason he does. That's how we change men's health, one conversation at a time. So now that you know why plain water can quietly drain your minerals, let's talk about how to hydrate the right way, because it's not about drinking less water. It's about drinking smarter. Here's a simple rule I teach my older male patients. Every glass of water should give as much as it takes. That means before every 2 glasses of plain water, have one that's mineralized. You can do this in 3 ways. Option 1. Add a small pinch, about 1/8 of a teaspoon, of unrefined sea salt or Himalayan salt to your glass. This instantly replaces trace minerals like magnesium, sodium, and zinc that filtered water strips out. Option 2. Dissolve a high-quality electrolyte powder that contains zinc and magnesium, but no added sugar. These minerals help your body hold on to hydration instead of flushing it out. Option 3. Use a zinc tablet or drop in your evening glass, especially after dinner. That's when your body is preparing for hormonal repair, and the zinc will be right where it's needed most. When you do this, something remarkable happens. Your cells start holding on to hydration inside rather than just passing water through your system. That means steadier energy, better focus, and far fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Now let's be clear, water itself isn't the enemy. The type of water and how you replenish minerals makes all the difference. Most men over 60 are actually overhydrated, but undermineralized. You can fix that imbalance within weeks. Take Paul, 74 years old. He came to me complaining that he was up 3 or 4 times a night to urinate. His doctor told him it was just the prostate. We changed one thing, his hydration. I had him add sea salt and a zinc electrolyte to his afternoon and evening water. Within 10 days, he said, "Doc, I'm finally sleeping through the night." His prostate wasn't the only thing improving. His morning energy shot up, and his blood tests later confirmed rising testosterone levels. That's the kind of improvement most men never realize is possible, simply because they've never been told that minerals and hormones are inseparable partners. Now let's zoom out for a moment. There's something powerful that happens when men start restoring their minerals. Confidence returns. You move differently. You think more sharply. You stop second-guessing your body. And that mental shift is just as important as the physical one. Why? Because when you feel in control again, your body responds. Your nervous system relaxes, stress hormones drop, and testosterone naturally climbs higher. That's not motivation talk. That's physiology. Cortisol, your main stress hormone, directly competes with testosterone for production resources. Every time stress drops, testosterone wins. That's why one of my favorite invisible treatments for male vitality is actually stress control through mineral balance. When your cells have enough zinc and magnesium, your nervous system calms down faster. You sleep deeper. You recover better. And the next morning, you don't just wake up rested. You wake up ready. Now some of you might be thinking, Dr. Anderson, I've already tried supplements and they didn't work. That's fair. But let me ask, did you check what kind of zinc it was? Because not all zinc is created equal. The 3 most bioavailable forms for men over 60 are zinc gluconate, zinc citrate, and zinc picolinate. Anything labeled oxide is practically useless. Your body absorbs less than 10%. Always read the label. Take it with a meal that contains fat. And make sure your supplement also contains a trace amount of copper, around 1 to 2 milligrams, to keep minerals balanced. And please don't megadose. More isn't better. Too much zinc can interfere with iron absorption. Stay within that sweet spot, 15 to 25 milligrams a day, ideally in the evening. By the way, there's a powerful synergy I haven't mentioned yet, vitamin B6. Zinc and B6 together help convert cholesterol into usable testosterone. Without B6, zinc can't fully do its job. The easiest way to cover that? A simple B-complex or a serving of foods like chicken, tuna, or sunflower seeds alongside your zinc supplement. Now let's talk timelines. When I start men on a mineral restoration plan, most notice better energy and sleep within 10 to 14 days. Around week 3, they feel stronger during the day. By week 6, morning erections often return, naturally, not artificially. And by week 8 to 12, their blood work confirms what they already feel. Testosterone up, estrogen balanced, inflammation down. I've had countless men walk into my office skeptical and walk out saying, "Why didn't anyone tell me this 20 years ago?" That's my mission here, making sure you don't have to say that someday. And speaking of time, let's talk about yours. Because after 60, every year matters. Every choice adds up. You don't have to accept decline as destiny. You just have to understand how to work with your body instead of against it. Here's something I tell my patients that always sticks with them, and maybe you'll want to remember this too. Aging isn't the loss of youth. It's the loss of minerals, and the loss of awareness. When you restore both, life changes. You stop chasing energy and start generating it. Now let's briefly address one more area men over 60 often struggle with: hydration timing. Many drink most of their water at night, right before bed, thinking it'll help them detox. In reality, it just wakes them up to urinate. Try this instead. Front-load your hydration earlier in the day. Between breakfast and 2 p.m. is prime time for water intake. Then taper off toward the evening. That simple shift alone can improve sleep quality and morning testosterone response. Combine that with zinc before bed, and you'll give your body the perfect environment for overnight repair. Strong hydration inside the cells, low cortisol, and a mineral charge ready for hormone production. And remember, your kidneys and prostate are partners. Keeping minerals balanced supports both. When your kidneys aren't overworked, your prostate stays calmer. Everything downstream works better, literally. Let me give you a quick example. Alan, 66, a former engineer, told me, "Doc, I'm waking up tired, no matter how much I sleep." We fixed 2 things. He stopped drinking 3 glasses of plain water after dinner, and started adding zinc-rich electrolytes midday. 2 weeks later, his sleep tracker showed 40% more deep sleep. His wife said he was less irritable, and he told me something I'll never forget. "I feel like my mind and body are finally on the same page." That's what proper hydration does. It synchronizes everything. You see, vitality after 60 isn't about doing more. It's about doing better. Your body isn't broken, it's simply unbalanced. Once you restore what time has quietly taken, your biology remembers exactly what to do. Now, as we start wrapping up, I want to circle back to why this message matters. Somewhere out there right now, there's a man feeling hopeless, thinking it's too late, that his spark is gone. Maybe it's your brother, your friend, or even you. But it's never too late to turn things around. If this video spoke to you, or if you know someone who needs to hear it, please like this video and share it. Because that one simple action might reach the man who's about to give up on himself. And if this message helps even one more man stand taller, smile wider, and believe again in what his body can do, that's worth everything. Now, before we close, let's recap your actionable plan. 1. Mineralize your water. Add a pinch of sea salt or a zinc electrolyte mixed to at least 1/3 of your daily intake. 2. Take zinc smartly. 15 to 25 milligrams zinc gluconate or citrate, with dinner, ideally alongside foods rich in vitamin B6. 3. Front-load hydration. Drink more before 2 p.m., less after 7 p.m., to support better sleep and testosterone recovery. 4. Stay consistent. Give your body 6 to 8 weeks. The results compound. And here's my favorite part. Once you start, you'll feel the difference before you even measure it. Your body will tell you it's working. Now I'm going to leave you with a thought. Something I tell every man who walks into my office worried about aging. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's just waiting for you to give it what it needs. That's the philosophy behind everything I teach here on Vital Health Seniors. And if you want to keep learning how to stay strong, sharp, and confident naturally, this is where you belong. Because missing one video here could mean missing the one piece of knowledge that keeps you from making the same silent mistake thousands of men make every year. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right now. Not for me, but for you. For the man you still are, and the life you still have ahead of you. In my next video, I'll show you the morning drink that supercharges testosterone before breakfast. It's something most men already have in their kitchen, but never think to combine the right way. You won't want to miss that one. Until then, I'm Dr. Mei Anderson, reminding you that strength isn't about age, it's about awareness. Take care of your minerals, and your hormones will take care of you. I'll see you in the next one.